welcome to a new episode of Worlds Collide, the podcast about moving abroad. Yeah, not the podcast about wrestling. But anyway, in this podcast, I will always bring you stories about people who move to different countries, and they always share their personal perspective. And my name is Viktoria. I'm your host. So welcome. My guest today is Kirien. He is sharing a story about his move, or he is moving around since childhood, and now he's trying to find his place to settle down. But before I let you listen to his story, I just wanted to let you know that there are a few ways how you can support the podcast. Of course, tell all your friends and family about it. Push the follow button in the corner of your app so you will never miss an episode. And of course, then leave a 5-star rating wherever you listen to the podcast. That would be awesome. And here is also a little clip from my friend Katie's podcast called Tasty Trails. And then the episode will start. Here it is.
Hey there! If you've just moved abroad or you're dreaming about it, you know that food becomes more than just food. It's comfort, it's culture, and in my opinion, the best and most delicious way to connect to a place. My name is Katie, and I host a podcast called Tasty Trails Travel Pod, where I sit down with locals and fellow travelers to uncover stories behind iconic dishes, hidden food traditions, and the flavors that make each culture unique. So if you're building a life in a new country and want to feel a little more at home, come join me at Tasty Trails Travel Pod, wherever you get your podcasts. And make sure that you check out episode number 15, that is with Viktoria. Can't wait to see you there. Bye.
All right. My guest today is Kirien, if I said it correctly. How are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to have this conversation and to see what the love is.
All right. You seem really calm about it. All right. So where are you right now?
Right now, I am in Utrecht in the Netherlands.
Oh, you're in Utrecht.
Mm-hmm.
Do I say it correctly?
I don't know.
Okay.
There are multiple ways to pronounce this city as well. Some people call it Utrecht, and
yeah. Oh, Utrecht. That sounds to me sounds really weird. It sounds more medical.
Yeah, right?
Okay. So, how long have you been in Utrecht?
Close to 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But where are you from originally?
Oh, how do I even answer that? This is the 6th country that I'm living in.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so where did your journey start? And that's why did you move? What initiated your first move?
What initiated my first move was my parents. So the first 3 countries I went with my parents, and the next 3 I went without them.
Okay. And so did they wanted to explore?
Yeah, like I've asked them a lot over the years, what motivated you? And I got different answers every single time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so tell me about it. Where was the first country, or like where were you born?
Yeah, I was born in Beijing in China. And to my knowledge, both of my grandparents, they were rural migrants from the rural areas of China. So they migrated to the city, which was a really big deal for them at that time. And they did so as doctors and engineers and professors. This was what we might call skilled migration today.
Yeah.
They did their version of it, and they raised 4 children, each of who did the same thing as them. But
also migration?
Through what we call the skilled worker path, or having high education, high paid jobs as the method of migrating.
Okay.
So all of them are either in Canada or in the US now, but they took different paths along the way before ending up there. So where we went.
And so Do you even remember the first time that you moved?
Not very well. Like
Okay, so
maybe
you were
3 or
very
4.
small.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we went to Australia,
Oh,
and
cool.
so my first memories in life actually are of Australia. They're not of China.
Uh-huh.
And they were two things. The first one was meeting the spirit of the ocean.
Uh-huh.
And the second one was learning how to be afraid of spiders.
Of course. I thought you were going to say sharks.
Thankfully, no.
Okay.
But spiders are everywhere, right? So
Right.
the
Yes.
fear has carried to the rest of the world, but it
All
started
right.
there.
That's right. Well, maybe now in Europe you don't have like the big ones like in Australia.
Right. Mm.
And then what was next after Australia? And like how old were you
Mm.
then?
At age 4, we went to Australia. That's kind of when memories start to form or be persisted. And after a year, we went to Canada. So that's where they settled down and we became Canadian citizens. We
Okay.
upgraded
So
to
so you stayed there for quite a while then?
yes, 10 years in Vancouver. And then that was the beginning of me moving on. So the first thing I
Okay,
did was
sure.
I moved to
Okay.
Toronto, which was in the same country, but is on the other end of the
Yeah, sure.
continent.
It's far. Yes.
Yeah.
Why did you wanted to move further?
Every single move I've done independently has because I fell in love with a place that happened to
Uh-huh.
be in another country.
Okay,
Like
sure.
intense, emotional, romantic feelings for the
Mm-hmm.
place, for the ecosystem. And sadly, there is a border in the way, and there are visas in the way.
Right. All right. It's always
And
so complicated. I used to think that too. It would have been so nice if you can just move wherever you want to, without all this visa process. It would be awesome. So much
yeah,
easier.
and there's something very unnatural about it. And it brought up a lot of suffering in me and
Mm-hmm.
anger at the world. Like, how is it that we created a world like this? So, part of the grief of I'm not allowed to love a place because
Oh,
I
I
don't have the right
see.
passport. It turned
Okay.
into a like I want to understand the world
Mm-hmm.
instead of being angry about it.
Mm-hmm.
And mm,
Did you change your perspective on this?
in
In
in what
terms
way?
of, I don't know, like that you have to accept that you always have to apply for visas, that you cannot just go to a place where you want to and stay there for longer?
Uh, I
Or you
have accepted that.
Yeah.
uh, Although, like, it's interesting because recently, with the geopolitical instability, I haven't felt afraid of it. I have, like, oh, there's a chance that our world order might change or something might collapse. And to me,
Mm-hmm.
that's not scary. To me, that's like, then something else might be possible. And even the prospect of World War III doesn't scare me that much. The reason is, how did the EU come to exist? It had to go through World War II, like something really terrible had to happen
Mm.
so that everybody would get together and say, like, no more thousands of years of fighting between European countries. Finally,
Well, I hope they could do that without a war. That would be nice because I would be
yeah,
still very afraid of a war. So, I mean, if they just come to a table without fighting, that would be ideal.
yeah, it would. And maybe I'm pessimistic because
Okay. because of
Because of what I've seen,
uh-huh.
maybe, and learning about history and learning about what happens kind of on a global scale.
Mhm.
And
So did you also then choose a highly skilled profession that allows you to move to other places where you can more easily get a visa because of your skills?
I was taught how to do that. I didn't know how to do anything else.
Uh-huh.
Uh, when I was 12 years old, so we settled in Vancouver, and
Uh-huh.
Vancouver is right on the US Canada border,
Yeah.
and we went over the border a lot. And I developed feelings for a town on the other side of the border, and I thought
Okay.
about like buying a house there and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I had this really clear memory of, instead of looking at how much does it cost to buy a house there, the first thing I did was look up, how do I get a visa to live in the US? And
Uh-huh.
there's something like, how would a 12-year-old know that?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, sure. Like, yeah, but you grew up with that. So I guess for
Yeah.
you it was common sense probably.
Sadly. And so, okay, then it's basically marry somebody or get a job. What kind of job? Oh,
Uh-huh.
like the high paying jobs, the ones that need degrees. And then that already at that point, there was something about, oh, which kind of jobs are you allowed to do?
Right.
They happen to coincide with the kind of jobs that Asian parents are known for trying to get their kids to do.
Or like doctors.
Stuff like that. So they matched
Yeah.
really well.
Okay. Okay. So like you were in line with your parents' path or like with your traditions.
Yeah, and I didn't really understand it until I started many
Right.
years later. So at age 18, I went to San Francisco and had again this instant attraction, curiosity for the city. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to get to know it better, its
Yeah. Oh, it's a
history,
great
its
city.
culture. Yeah. And at that time, if you want to move there, how do you do it? You get into tech. Like that was the really
Oh, yeah, of
obvious way.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I, as a person who is not techie in any way, I just, okay, if I'm going to live there, I have to learn how to do this thing. And I don't feel good at it, but it doesn't matter. I don't like it, but it doesn't matter.
But you're just in San Francisco.
Yeah, like this is what it takes to be allowed to go there. Fine. And
It's funny that you say that because like for me it was also San Francisco because I moved to
okay,
the States. Yeah,
all right.
because I did an internship in San Francisco after I graduated in San Francisco like for a year. And then I fell in love with the city. I was like, this is it. I have to be there. Yeah, I don't know. So I 100% understand what you're saying. It's like as long as you're in the city.
Yeah, like there's something about that city that's really
Yeah, it's so really
interesting. Yeah,
magical. Yeah. And
yeah.
now also like it comes with all these natural benefits, with this natural beauty around it.
Mm. Yeah, like I have been, love for places is my lifelong topic, and
Uh-huh.
I've had affairs with a lot of places, but SF is the place that I've seen most written about,
Yeah, it
and
is. It is.
like, oh, I'm really not alone in my experience. Not
No,
like,
yeah, well,
oh,
I'm also with you,
yeah,
yes.
right, like,
But I haven't been in a long time, and I'm afraid of going a little bit because I don't know, maybe it's just what you read in the news, but it's
mm,
like um it has like a bad, I don't know, like a bad, what's it? I don't want to say vibe. It has a bad reputation lately because
Okay.
the big homeless problem, lots of trash, and then
Mm.
of course rents are ridiculous expensive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I was there in 2014, so I
Oh
bet
yeah,
it's
me too.
totally different now. All right.
So they're at the same time.
Yeah. Were you in tech as well?
No, I had a food truck.
Wow.
Yeah, I
That's
I had a I had a German food truck in San Francisco for 7 years. Yeah,
that is really cool. Maybe I even tried something
yeah,
there
maybe you did.
without knowing it.
We came down to Silicon Valley quite a bit. Did you work
Mm,
in Silicon Valley or did you work in San Francisco?
I worked in the city actually.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Like,
like on downtown.
yeah, it was called Mission Street,
Yeah.
but like right by the water. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sure. Nice. So,
Mm.
and how long were you in San Francisco for?
I was there for 1 year before the company offered me to go to Portland, which is right
Okay.
above.
Yeah.
And that year in SF, it really, I struggled a lot because I came out of love for the city. And I just
Right.
like want to contribute and want to help and want to like give something.
Uh-huh.
And in order to do it as a non-citizen, I had to go into tech. I don't like it. I suck at it. I was miserable at my job every day.
Oh no.
But
Okay.
somehow, when I would try to meet people there, so I saw that there was some kind of dynamic that the tech workers or the tech companies were being accused of gentrifying the city and
Yep.
pushing out the people that actually mattered. So I was a part of a thing that was apparently causing harm.
Right.
Uh,
Right. Right.
and it was like, well, then I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to be
Right.
here. Like, if I cannot ethically be here, I don't think I need to be here. And it was really
Oh, that was really
quite painful.
heartbreaking. Yeah. Yeah, but then also I feel because the field you chose, it doesn't matter what city it is because of those like high paying wages, I think you would
And
face the same reality in Portland.
at the time, it wasn't so bad,
I was not
though.
okay. It was still like, yeah, all the tech workers are welcome, kind of.
I think there just wasn't as many. So there was some people starting to go there, but it's not like it was dominating
Yeah.
everything and not quite in the same way.
Yes, and people
Uh,
were not as
and
angry because I also remember, I don't know if it was, I think it was around that time, um, when, like Google and all the like Apple and Facebook, they always had those big white buses that picked up the
yeah.
people in San
Hmm.
Francisco and bring them down to the offices. And people were
Hmm.
throwing stones at them because everybody was so angry.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
2014.
Yeah, okay, it was, and then also so this is probably what you mean, like it was not as bad in Portland then,
Right,
because
that
like at
kind of
least you're
thing.
not gonna get thrown out of a city with stones, right?
Right. And in the that year in SF, because it was so emotional and it was so personal, like I took it really deeply in me.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
as I imagine many, yeah, how old was I? 20-year-olds who
Okay. Oh
go
yeah,
and,
you were young. Okay. Uh-huh.
yeah, to go and follow a crush, just following feelings
Sure.
and then realizing the reality doesn't work. Then,
How did you feel about Portland?
uh, Portland is really interesting because already when I was in SF and having this swing to the opposite end reaction, being like, the next place I move to is not going to be based on emotion, it's going to
Mm-hmm.
be based on practical compatibility and being
Oh,
like,
I see.
huh,
All right, you
yeah,
changed your
about it.
thinking. Yes.
Yeah, like. no emotion, only practical.
Uh-huh.
At that time, I went through this list of values and needs and wants and desires and what a deal breaker, like the whole
Uh-huh.
self inventory, and actually came to the conclusion that I should move to Europe. But
Okay.
uh, it felt like a really, like, how do I do that? How do I apply for jobs from the other side of the world? Maybe I need some more experience or more
Mm-hmm.
years of experience even to be given a chance for an interview. So after that year, when the company offered me to go to Portland, it was like, okay, sure. And from the beginning, I and Portland had an agreement spiritually that this is only temporary.
Okay.
You be here as long as it makes sense to gain the confidence to go to where you know you need to be. So that ended up being 3 years. And afterwards, I frequently look back on that was the most successful relationship in my whole life.
Oh yeah?
And is it because we started with no expectations?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
including that we split up when we needed to, because then I left at the end of 2018, and already in 2019 there were protests happening in the city in which people were randomly arrested, or yeah, it's like, oh right, it's possible that Portland also knew that it couldn't be a safe space for me for that much longer, given the political situation. And so it just worked out in like,
So for you,
this,
you knew your time was up.
yeah,
Uh-huh. Okay. So, and did you ever change your field? Are you still in tech?
I am not anymore. Uh, yeah, that's another crazy story.
Okay. But like, was it then after um all these years of work, was it enough so you could go to Europe?
The next place I went to was Oslo, Norway,
Oh, you went to
and
Oslo.
it
Oh
was
yeah, so far north.
yeah,
Uh-huh. How was that?
that I could write a whole novel
Oh
about.
yeah. But
Mm,
also, I mean, I don't know, like, is it much different, like climate and weather-wise than Vancouver?
yes, it's
Yes,
very different.
it's not as mild.
Not as mild is true, but because Oslo and the Nordic, those cities, they're
Uh-huh.
a lot more farther
They're
north.
further north.
So
Okay.
yeah, like Vancouver is actually on the same line as Paris, so it's
Oh, it
very
is.
south. Yeah,
Ah, okay. You don't think so? You know, like you think Paris and I don't know, maybe San Francisco would be like more aligned on the same line. But I didn't
no, no,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Most people
interesting.
don't know that.
No, I did not know that. So
Mm,
so it would be more than I don't know. Don't know Alaska, I guess. Then.
right, yeah, on the
Yes.
same line as Alaska.
Uh-huh. And so did you get to Oslo because of a job then?
I was sponsored by an employer to be
Uh-huh.
allowed to go there,
And that was
but of
still tech?
course, yeah,
Yes. Okay. All
the
right. So
Nordic. Yeah.
how long did you stay there?
I stayed there for 3 years, and
Okay.
then I went to Bergen for 3 years.
Okay. So still
Mm,
Norway?
hmm
Uh-huh. So how was your relationship with Norway or like with the cities?
Very complicated,
Ah,
and
okay.
I'm
So what
uh,
can you explain that a little bit? What was the hard part or what was easy?
uh, it's like super funny that it ended up happening with Norway, because back in 2015 was when I did my needs and values inventory. The things that I identified as European needs and values, there are three things, and all of which Norway actually isn't the best place to go
For you.
to find those three things.
Okay.
One is rail transportation, being able to take the train everywhere.
It's not in Norway?
Not in the same way as like Germany or the Netherlands or Belgium or France, for example.
Okay, I did not know that. Okay. Do they have a bus system though?
There is a rail system. It doesn't connect the whole country.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't mean like metro? You mean like the train completely through this? Okay, all right, got it.
Being able to take the train absolutely everywhere. That's one thing. The other thing is that the history of the culture is in the built environment itself. So very old buildings, very old cities, very old streets. So like age, different centuries. And if I walk down the street, then I can feel that there's 1,000 or 2,000 years of history on the same street. And the buildings maintain the memory, and they can speak to me and teach me history just when I walk down the street. This kind of thing, like Utrecht does have that. London has that. Oslo doesn't really have that. Most of the buildings are much newer.
Oh, okay.
Like in comparison
to
other, yeah. And the third thing is linguistic diversity that is rooted in place. So in Luxembourg, there are like 3, 4, many more languages simultaneously existing.
Yes.
And you see it on the signs, you see it in the shops, you see it in the official documentation. That kind of thing really doesn't exist anywhere in North America. And those
But I
things,
also imagine it would not be present in Norway.
Not really. Well, like there's more of it compared to North America, but compared to other parts of Europe, it's kind of like, well, that's maybe one of the least good fits based on that you would think of. Or even the other Nordics, like Finland, Iceland, probably not. Sweden, maybe a little bit more. But somehow I gave the universe this intention of Europe. And then everything that happened was pointing to the Nordics. And it was like really confusing.
Okay. And you stayed there quite a while then.
Yeah, and I'm planning to go back soon. So.
Oh, you are? Okay. So you were only in Utrecht temporarily then?
I came with the intention of it being long term.
Oh, it did. Okay. So what changed?
I really missed
the Nordics.
North, like really a lot, like emotionally, spiritually, even physically. Everything was just not working. Which was really confusing because I thought finally I'm in a place that has those 3 qualities in great abundance. Why is it not working? And it was something like in December, around the darkest time of the year, I was like my whole being was confused. Why is it light outside? It should be dark outside. This is wrong. I missed the dark. And
oh, you missed the dark. That is
yeah. Like at that point, it's probably a sign that I'm supposed to be an Arctic person.
You don't hear that every day. You're supposed to be an Arctic person. Okay. Um, and but like by now you have a European passport that allows you to move.
I do not. I still
Okay,
don't.
that's fine.
Uh, yeah, yeah. There was a part of me at one point that felt it was really important to get one, and uh, I, I think I'm accepting that maybe that isn't so important. Like I feel European on the inside.
Mhm.
I feel that my values and even my perspectives on
Mhm.
the world are more European than Canadian for sure, and than
Uh-huh.
Chinese for sure. Like
Mhm. Do you though have so do you always have like jobs lined up? So by now you have, I don't know, such a great resume that you can just bounce
no,
countries?
mm-mm.
No?
uh, I got PR in Norway, permanent residency,
Uh-huh. Okay.
and that happened after 3 years. So
Okay.
then the
All
three
right.
years in Bergen was on a permanent resident status. And at that point, basically
Yeah, sure.
the day that I got it approved, I had a big breakdown and was unable to go back to work.
Okay, so you didn't go back to tech. That was
that yeah, that was
yeah.
the end. Like it brought on a whole existential
Okay.
crisis of, oh,
Uh-huh.
like I've held on to forcing myself to do this for 8 years
Because
on
you never
threat of,
liked it.
yeah, and a lot of like uh people talk about imposter syndrome a lot, but
Uh-huh.
I I feel that my imposter syndrome was genuine. That I got all of my jobs, like I lied in the interviews about being interested in this, about being up to date on this,
Okay. Uh-huh.
about having ideas of what I can contribute. None of that was true. The only reason I did it is so that I could get a visa, so that I could
That was
be
your
allowed to
motivation.
stay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And as uh, I got more responsibilities, I got into senior positions, then there was more expectations of now
Uh-huh.
you should be able to lead a team, you should be able to have a vision, and I didn't.
Okay. Yeah. And then so then when you got your residence card and you were not dependent on that job anymore, you just decided, okay, we change everything.
it uh, it didn't feel like something I decided. It may be like when people talk about burnout. It's like one day your
Oh,
body
yeah.
just says no.
So you just also just needed a break.
I think that period, yeah, it is a confusing period because uh, that the approval happened on the day that I was getting a surgical procedure. So like I literally
Ah.
woke up from the surgery and scrolled on my phone and saw, oh, this is approved.
Oh, okay. And then also like when you're waking up from your what is it? When you wake up from your deep sleep, then you're already like extra sensitive.
Yeah, like it was really weird. So there was this emotional breakdown, and then there was recovering from surgery alone because I didn't have any friends or family in Bergen at the time, and I had to fly to Oslo to get the surgery and then fly back.
Uh-huh.
And then I got COVID or tested positive for COVID a few days later. So those things all got together, and it something happened that
Uh-huh.
is physical as well as other things, but
Yeah.
it feels physical that then I never was able to recover. So after that, I tried lots of different part-time jobs and tried to go back to school full time and just couldn't keep up things like I used to. And there's a lot of sadness around that period of like nobody knew what to do with me.
Yeah. Also,
And
like, were you alone? Because you just said like you didn't have friends yet.
in Bergen, I didn't at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, so just nobody to physically help me with
Uh-huh.
post-surgery recovery
Also
and with
mentally.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That sounds pretty tough.
So sadly, I have never recovered fully, and a lot of things that I used to be able to do, it doesn't work anymore. And I could very easily get really angry about it, like, oh, I
Yeah.
killed my health being on these visas, or when I needed
Oh,
it the
right.
most, then nobody in Norway knew what to do with me. Like I could do that, but now it's like, oh well, like it happened already.
Yeah, so I don't know. So did you could you like help yourself a little bit out of the situation? Did you do anything to lift up your spirits?
Eventually, I did, but yeah, if we fast forward to the Netherlands, I'm here on a spousal visa, so I
Uh-huh.
met somebody
Okay.
in the following years of being like, okay, I don't work full time
Oh,
anymore.
you have time
Uh,
now.
yeah, to
Yeah.
figure out other things like
Uh-huh.
my hobbies, and so we connected over shared hobbies. And a lot of the initial connection was like, uh, oh yeah, we're actually pretty good at these hobbies. Have we ever thought about trying to start a business with these hobbies?
Uh-huh.
Or oh, but it's too hard to do it alone. Maybe we can do it together. So we kind of
Uh-huh.
started by talking about being normal business partners. Uh, and then he came to visit me in Bergen and had to go through Amsterdam to change flights and
Uh-huh.
had a really uh, intense attraction experience to Amsterdam.
Okay.
And then I uh, took a class, and that class had a in-person component in Amsterdam. So I went as well and had a powerful experience. So we bonded then over shared attraction to Amsterdam. So it kind of turned into, hey, let's start a business together. Oh, hey, let's both move to this other country. Well, then how to do that? Get married, I guess. Like
Uh-huh. So where is he from?
the US.
Oh, he is from the US. Okay.
Yeah. So right now, yeah, maybe you've heard of it already, but there is a way that US citizens can move to the Netherlands
The
pretty
DAF
easily.
visa.
Yes, that.
Yes, uh-huh.
So I just tagged along and I got then to experience being dependent on someone else in a different way, which has
Yeah.
like been pretty weird.
But that's okay. So then you started your own business together?
Yes, we did start it together,
Uh-huh.
and then uh, we both had a lot of different things to go through regarding the previous places, and it so what it kind of looks like now is there is a website. It has both of us on it, but it's mostly my stuff, and all of the social media is mine because he felt like no capacity to be on social media. So it has turned into mine in
Okay.
practice.
So it is, and what is it about? Is that the Reiki, the eco-relational presencing?
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
the business is called Reclaiming Belonging, and originally what we thought was something like uh, his background is in psychotherapy. That's
Okay.
his formal training, and well, my formal trainings is like a bunch of different mindfulness related practices that I took those trainings to help myself or to deal with my being on a visa and everything sucks and I'm
Right.
suffering. So it was like self development or self therapy by learning those techniques over the years. I have a whole pile of certifications that I never tried to monetize because when I was on a visa, I wasn't allowed to start a
Hmm.
business.
Yeah.
So,
But was it something that interested you when you were on the visa?
well, I didn't allow myself to think about it.
Yeah, don't venture that way because
Yeah,
otherwise you will be grieving more.
yes, exactly.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, those things are Reiki and sound healing are practices that I have certifications in, and that is one thing that I have been offering in person to
Uh-huh.
combine them. And Reiki can be done online. I haven't figured out how to do sound healing online because it requires very complex recording setup.
Yeah.
And then the eco-relational presencing is a thing that I have developed, or a coaching method or a presencing method that combines two modalities. One is nature and forest therapy,
Mhm.
in which the idea is we go to the forest and the forest is the therapist,
Uh-huh.
and the guide is uh, bringing invitations or questions or noticings to help a participant connect with the forest and be
Uh-huh.
able to have a therapeutic interaction. So,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
look around. If some grief comes up or emotions come up, how is it to be with the tree with that? And relational mindfulness or relatefulness is something. um it was actually the class I was taking was in that then happened in Amsterdam and made things happen. It is like a meditation, but in which we can talk. So I'm here with you, noticing my body, noticing my thoughts, and I can share out loud. As I'm here with you, I notice I have thoughts about what you're thinking right now, or a part of me is feeling shy, uh, meeting your gaze, and then you can respond something. Mm. So both of these trainings and certifications, I actually did them fully online.
Okay. Uh-huh. Is
And
that then something that you're gonna continue to do when you're moving back to Norway?
yes, I would like to continue doing things online.
Uh-huh.
The reason is that when I was doing the trainings online and starting to lead sessions online for practice and for donation and stuff like that, I felt like, oh, I am like I can represent Norway really well,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because of my personality type, like being really quiet, being really slow, being good at silence. uh, when I meet people all around the world, I notice, oh, everyone else talks faster and louder and is more awkward about silence. But when I meet another Nordic person, we immediately recognize each other.
So
So that was,
quiet.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
like, oh, like my personality is very Nordic. And that's why it was the Nordic countries that was just, that's why things happened
Okay, that's why it
originally.
clicked. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would like to bring this quietness that Norway can offer, that Norway has to the world. I feel like that's how I want to contribute to Norwegian society, is like connecting it with everyone else. Because Norway has a lot to offer to the world, but not everyone can go there and not everyone can move there. And Norway doesn't want the whole world to move
Yeah,
there.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Mm,
are you going with your partner back to Norway?
yes.
Yes.
So that as well. Uh, yeah, we would. Once we go, we will be separating our businesses more clearly. So
Okay.
my stuff is like whatever the online stuff, the alternative stuff, and his will be more like focused on in-person things
Uh-huh.
and more of the consulting or in that direction.
I
I
see.
don't know all the details yet, but
Yeah.
in practice, we have found that we do different things and they didn't get together.
Okay, well, you know what?
Yeah,
At least you found out, you know?
yeah.
There's a positive about that too.
Mm,
Um, and so did you already figure out like all the logistics about your moving back? Like, do you have an apartment? And I imagine like you already have like still like whatever the social security number and all this because of your residency.
I still have it. I The rule is that if you leave Norway for 2 years, then you would lose PR. But I've
Uh-huh.
only been gone for 1 year, so
Okay, so you're good
I
to
should
go.
still have it. Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
he would be brand new, and yeah, we haven't found a place to live yet. And
Mm-hmm.
there's some like, because this time is going to be really complicated. Like we have a lot of stuff to take with us,
Uh-huh.
and we both sometimes need separate rooms
Yeah.
to have online sessions in private. So there's like a whole bunch of complexity that I'm not used to back when moving meant taking 2 suitcases and
Right, right. Now it's
renting a
different.
room. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even know where to start with this.
So you gotta take a big truck.
Yes. Right now, we're leaning towards that I go first and I go to, so like I can rent a room by myself and just go to viewings
Mm-hmm.
of bigger places. And when
Mm-hmm.
I find something, then he drives everything up
Okay.
with,
Uh-huh.
and
Well,
that
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 sounds
would
like a good
be,
plan.
but yeah, like how easy will it be?
Yeah.
Like, no
You will
idea.
find out. You will find a
Yeah,
place eventually.
yeah, eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. I wanted to go back to your um the mapping because you said earlier you created a map for people so they can find out where they want to move to or where they should move to.
Oh, I think I was talking about the tarot readings. Was that?
Uh-huh. What is that? Oh, was it tarot readings? Okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So I the way I understood it, it was like you created like some kind of whatever questionnaire or something.
I can definitely coach or guide a person through a process of
Uh-huh.
mindful inquiry into uh, what might make sense. And yeah, I'm just like thinking out loud. If somebody wanted to work with me in that capacity, there's lots of things I can share from based on mindfulness practices. It can be like feeling the which direction your body wants to move, or turning around in the room, or like visualizing things, drawing things. Yeah, like lots. Trusting the body, trusting intuition, uh, as like there's a lot of stuff out there about practicalities, like what visas can you get and what's the climate like and what's
Uh-huh.
the political situation like. I think there's enough of those,
Right.
but there isn't enough of people exploring this through the relational, through the spiritual, through the embodiment aspect. That's possible. The other thing I think I mentioned earlier was about 2 tarot offerings that I did it a lot of times for myself because I have been using tarot as a way to get to know myself better, more so than like predicting the future. It's a visual communication with my subconscious. So one of those is about direction, about making decisions. So like, should I go or should I stay? Or 2 different places to move to, or 2 different continents. Yeah, I made a spread in which we can look at that in a systematic way. And then another one is about life transitions, when I've decided I'm going to move somewhere and I have so much uncertainty, like, stepping into the unknown, and how do I stay grounded, knowing that this will be a difficult process. So yeah, those I found that using tarot to have those conversations, which we might call those coaching conversations, as it's I'm asking questions to the person or to myself. I'm not giving answers as much, but when we ground it in the cards, it's a way of uh, bypassing the mind's need to control or to have certainty, to have answers, to need to be like, because visual images don't really work like that. They are vague, they are subject to multiple interpretations. They help us be okay with a greater range of possibilities, to expand capacity, I think is a way to say it.
Okay. And then also, because we're coming to an end, but like when I introduced you and I asked you like, how do I say your name correctly? And you said like you don't have a set way of saying it. So how is that for you when you go through different countries and people pronounce your name different?
I love it. I
Yeah.
think it's really interesting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Uh, mm, I have to admit, I spent 5 years, because the final year wasn't 5 years of my life in Norway, existing in Norwegian. Like, I pretty much stopped using English or hanging out with English people. I had a few
Okay.
friends in other European countries, but mostly those friends were based on language and culture as common interest. So 5 years later, I re-emerged into the English world, and suddenly everybody is introducing themselves with, how do you pronounce your name?
Oh, interesting. Sorry.
Like, before those 5 years, that was not a common question. So it was like, suddenly this appeared. And so I would say, yeah, there's multiple ways to say it, just like there's multiple ways that you can say a country's name in different languages. And most people didn't know what to do with that. So it has become a source of awkwardness very frequently that I don't enjoy. It
Okay.
because what it brings up in me is something about stories that I might have, that people don't understand what it means to be someone with many identities, all of which are equally important, and that my primary identity is as an international person. So with each new person, with a different cultural story, like a new version of me is created.
Yes.
And I like that, and I want new versions.
Yeah. I wonder like before you went to Norway and you were also exposed to more calmness, were you that calm when you were in the American culture? Because here in America, like people are loud.
What I remember is that after 4 years of living in the US, I became more extroverted than I ever thought I could be.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I had greater capacity to be with loudness than I thought I was physically able
Uh-huh.
to have because of like being forced to learn it.
It's maybe
Uh,
also like to I don't know, blend more in.
uh, it wasn't conscious.
No, it
It
wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, but going to Norway, I lost it.
Again, yes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
because it wasn't natural.
It wasn't natural, yeah. All right. All right. Great way to end this conversation. Thank you so much for being on our
Yeah,
podcast and
yeah.
sharing your insights about moving to different places and how it takes to adjust and finding yourself.
Yeah, thank you. This was a great experience.
Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
okay.
Yeah, that was Kirien's story. So if you find out more about Kirien, then check out the show notes. You will find all the info there. And I forgot to mention, this episode came out a day late. So apologies for being so late. But it was a long weekend and I kind of forgot the time. So yeah, so much for that. Also, I wanted to mention that there is a buy me a coffee if you feel extra generous. You can support the podcast that way. You will also find the link in the show notes. Like everything is in the show notes. Also, if you want to be a guest, send me an email. I would love to have you. All right. And I think that was it. Yeah. Tell everyone about it. And I hope you tune in again next week. Yeah. Until then, bye-bye.